Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for your Chelsea versus Liverpool Premier League preview. Stamford Bridge, Saturday night. The floodlights will be on. It's getting darker again. The evenings are drawing in. And Chelsea have got an opportunity here to beat Liverpool, inflict their third straight defeat in all competitions. And look, it might mean that Arsenal could go top of the league this weekend, going into the international break. Forget all of that stuff. Forget the bias. Forget who you hate more. This is about us. This is about Chelsea seizing the moment. Liverpool, back-to-back defeats, beaten at Crystal Palace. They could have conceded more, beaten at the hands of Victor Osimhen's Galatasaray in midweek in the Champions League. Chelsea can inflict a third successive defeat on Arne Slot's Liverpool, and then questions will start to be asked about them. I want the international break when we take 11, 12, 13 days off from watching Chelsea. I want to be excited about what is to come. I don't want to go into that first game back. I think it is Ange Postecoglou's Nottingham Forest, who can't buy a point, a win for love nor money right now. They're already calling for Ange to be sacked. Chelsea, if we win this, we can have a holiday. We can relax on the beach. We can, I don't know, have a couple of pints to celebrate. Whatever we need to do. Because right now, the Benfica result, I'm not sure really for me. It didn't really instill masses of confidence. I think just for isolating that individual game, winning that was big. It meant a lot for us. It was important. It's against Mourinho. We kept a clean sheet and actually looked relatively good defensively, which I've not been able to say that throughout the entirety of the month of September. So that's a great way to end the month. But this one is the one that could hold so much weight, not only for what it would do to derail Liverpool's title hopes and opportunities, but for our season, the confidence that we could gain from beating Liverpool when we've got a depleted squad, we've not got our best player in the attacking phase, Cole Palmer, our number 9 is out until 2026. We've got Trev Chalobah suspended. We've got injuries to countless amounts of players right now. Enzo Maresca in his press conference saying 7 or 8 players will be out for this game. So look, right, I'm trying to draw confidence from somewhere. I'm trying to allow myself to get a little bit excited. So let's do that. But before we do, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor and channel partner, Plord. Do you know what I really hate? Taking notes. It takes too long, and by the time I actually remember to pick up the pen, the thought has gone and I never actually write it down. And this is where Plord come in. This is the Plord Note, a sleek, pro-level AI note taker that literally records and creates notes for you. So if me and the big dog, Josh Aveste, are doing an episode of the 3 More Points podcast, I'm going to click this button here on the back of my phone case where the Plord sits in this lovely little leather case. I'm going to click the button, and then when I finish recording, I'll click the button again, and from there, I'll have all of the notes and all of the transcript from the video that I have just made. So when it comes to doing YouTube descriptions, this is helping me to make sure that we get all of the important information in there. Plord keeps your data safe with end-to-end encryption. With the Ask AI built into the Plord app and the website, you can ask questions like, when did I last mention Xavi Simons? Probably every video, but the Plord app will let me know exactly where it was because it keeps all of my transcripts whilst I'm recording. Don't worry about your data security. It keeps your data safe with end-to-end encryption and meets global privacy standards like SOC2 and GDPR. So if you do want to support the channel and you do want to make your life easier by getting your hands on one of these, then make sure you check the link in the description. GBFC10 gets you £10 off your Plord order. And we are back in this video. Chelsea, at the moment, we are absolutely hampered with injuries. Now, what does that mean for what Enzo Maresca is going to do here? We need to go at Liverpool. All we've seen in the month of September when Chelsea have gone on this really torrid run of form is we're inviting pressure on ourselves. When obviously we've had countless red cards. We'll talk about discipline after we've spoken about this. But the substitutions and the way that we've actually managed these games has been inviting pressure on ourselves to ask us to do more of what we are simply not very good at, and that is defending. Now, the reason I think this is going to be a high-scoring game of football, I genuinely think this is going to be very entertaining, is because both teams can't defend. Now, I think maybe that would be a bit unfair to say Liverpool can't defend. I think Chelsea's defensive woes have been slightly worse than what I've seen from Liverpool. But I'm certainly not looking at that Liverpool defence and thinking Chelsea aren't going to be able to break that down. We don't have the quality to do that. I think when you've got players like Esteval that can get you off your feet, can make something happen, up against potentially Milos Kerkesh, who's had a very, very difficult start to life at Liverpool, doesn't look at the level that maybe Arne Slot would have wanted. This could be, I'm not sure if he's fit, but maybe you go for Robertson in a game like this, just someone who's got a little bit more strength about him, a little bit of nous in a massive game like this, where the Stamford Bridge crowd is another thing I want to discuss here, because I've seen a few videos going around of complaining about the atmosphere, and they've now started to play music after goals, which apparently, according to a club spokesperson, is a result of trying to build the atmosphere, trying to motivate and inspire the next... Look, listen, okay? We need to get better inside Stamford Bridge. Easy for you to say, Benson, you're on the other side of the world watching us. Yeah, okay, sure. But in terms of the noise that we create at Stamford Bridge, I've got a lot of friends who go to watch Chelsea, right? And they're telling me the atmosphere, almost month by month, is just deteriorating, whether we're winning or not. Now, I was there for the Palace game at the start of the season. First game of the season, it's always a little bit louder, right? Everyone's on a level playing field. We are going into the season with a lot of optimism. We've just won the Club World Cup, the Conference League, all of that stuff. Tomorrow, we have got to make the 12th man us, the fans. This is a game where Liverpool are there to be got at. They're there to be frustrated. They've not got their first choice goalkeeper. They've got players like Florian Wirtz, Isak, that are under serious pressure. Get under their skin. Give it a little bit extra. If you go into the game tomorrow, I want to be hearing you on the commentary. I think it's massively important for Chelsea that right now we look at this match and yes, we're not playing very well. Yes, there's not been too much to get us off our seats recently. We needed an own goal to beat Mourinho's Benfica. I almost said Brentford there for a second. I don't want to see that name until next year. But look, let's go out there and make this really difficult for them. And as much as it might be difficult for us, Liverpool are the champions. They've lost 2 in a row, but does it mean that they're finished? Does it mean they're in crisis? Not yet, but we could be the reason that they might well be if they do lose this game. So, without any further ado, make sure you subscribe to the channel and let's go into my Chelsea starting 11, beginning with Robert Sanchez in goal. I feel like I'm at that point again where I get to this point every season where it's better if I just don't say anything. Come on, Rob. I thought he was good against Benfica the other night. I gave him a green box. I want to see the same again. Moving into this very much makeshift Chelsea defence, okay? I saw Josh Achampong last week and I genuinely don't know if he's ready. As much as I wanted to see him play, and I know it was only a couple of mistakes and whatnot, but when I see Hato, I do see a bit more of a composed centre-back. I think Achampong, as a right-back, definitely can bring something to Chelsea. Badiashil's got to be in there when you've got no Trev, you've got no Tosin. You've got to have Badiashile in there for the height. I think in a central area as well, he's pretty good at distributing the ball. Mark Cucurella's got to deal with Mohamed Salah. Reece James is obviously going to have a difficult job, whether it's Gakpo or maybe even Isak out wide. If Ekitike is back or not back, I'm not sure. But look, the Liverpool attack is scintillating, breathtaking at times. And right now, this is where Chelsea will lose the game because we have not got the numbers. Obviously, I don't want to write Achampong off, but I also think when you're coming up against an attack like this, I think you need a bit more experience. And Badiashile is just a bit more experienced than Josh right now. And then Hato on that left side. Both of them are left centre-backs. But at this point, I'm not sure. It was either put Josh Achampong right centre-back and then Badiashile left centre-back and put Hato on the bench. But I've been relatively impressed with Hato. And I want to see him start. We move into this. This could be the key here for Chelsea. Because when I think about Liverpool right now, and I think about their weaknesses, I think about how I'm seeing teams get at them. Through the middle, they have issues. Ryan Gravenberch, I think, has had a brilliant start to the season. Excellent footballer. But I think if Chelsea can pack out the middle of the park, we can get something from this game. Romeo Lavia as we saw countless times, well, I say countless times, you can never really say that when we're talking about Lavia appearances, but when Lavia is in the team, Chelsea look so much more solid. And that is why I want to see this as my midfield pivot. Later on in the video, we're going to move over and take a look at potentially an experimental Chelsea lineup before we do the score predictions too. But if Lavia's fit and he's ready and he's available, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my Chelsea attack for this game. This is what I've gone for. Esteval, Enzo Fernandez, Neto, and João Pedro up top. I think Esteval's just got to play it, man, you know? Jose Mourinho was saying about Esteval and praising him, and I genuinely think right now, he's the best winger that we've got at Chelsea. Pedro Neto, I thought was excellent during the Club World Cup. We saw him scoring goals, getting assists. And again, it's kind of not fully dried up, but I would say that Neto again is at that point where we're like, we need a bit more from you. We need a bit more from you. I'm never going to question Neto's work rate. He gets back a lot. He's brilliant in the defensive phase. He's constantly running. And I think everybody in any team and every team need a player like Pedro Neto. But when it comes to my attack, this is the best that we can do right now. Obviously, when I look at this Chelsea starting 11, the weakness is defensively. The centre-back partnership of Hato, Badiashile does not fill me with confidence whatsoever. But I genuinely think this Liverpool team are there to be got at. And I think this is the team to do it. And I think that right side for Chelsea of Esteval Willian and Reece James is exactly where we hurt them. So, now before I wrap this one up and go through a score prediction for Chelsea versus Liverpool, I do want to move over to the tactics board and have a little look at this, because Eunice was talking on the shootout video, Premier League predictions, about this being a potential game where we could actually see Enzo Maresca move to a 3 centre-back and wing-back system. There is only Josh Achampong, who's rogue over here, that could potentially come off the bench in a defensive phase. 7 or 8 injuries is what Maresca said in this presser. I think Badiashile could do that central centre-back role. I think we need him in the team right now for the height, because we're just not able to win anything from corners. And I also think, or crosses for that matter, but I also think Reece James can definitely do a job here. We can also see him step up. If Malo Gusto's getting forward, we can see something along these lines as well. So, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Chelsea at home to Liverpool. If you've seen the shootout video, you will already know what my prediction is. I've decided I'm going to go and get a haircut tomorrow morning before the live stream, and we might bring something back from times gone by. I've got a feeling tomorrow is going to be a big day for Chelsea to get a win. I've not been impressed with Liverpool this season. They've obviously been scoring late goals, which to win football matches is a big deal. But losing at Palace, losing at Galatasaray as well, there is absolutely holes in this team that Chelsea can exploit. And I genuinely feel as though we're going to do it. And I think we're going to win 3-2. I think this game is going to be end-to-end. I absolutely see Liverpool getting goals against us. But I think we're going to be up for this. And I genuinely feel as though the starting 11 that we could put out, even though the centre-back issue is a massive issue, I still think we can get the job done. Chelsea 3, Liverpool 2. Call me stupid, call me delusional, blind faith, blind optimism, whatever you want. This is the final game before the internationals. England can hopefully qualify for the World Cup come the end of these internationals too. I'm excited for this game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Will we see something that could see Enzo Maresca move to a 3 at the back system? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 6 Things We Learned will be uploaded straight after the game tomorrow. And of course, the watch along from the Belgian Beer Cafe in partnership with the Chelsea FC in UAE guys in Dubai is also going to be happening tomorrow. So we'll be there in the Belgian Beer Cafe. If you want to come along, say hello. Of course, the more, the merrier. Eunice and I will be right at the back doing our stream as we always do. Looking forward to it. Slightly nervous, of course, but I think we're going to win. I genuinely feel like we're going to win. I'll see you guys in the next video. Come on, you Blues.